fasa
1 minute to be a bamba for them.
Shafom
Chairman, you live in legend.
I'm pissed, bah, car blow off. Can I penny 4 Pii na so long? Sasa braku he is Legon. Papa no be a hot train blue. Sada mobile landing. Baby so, yam home portos. The bojam with yes I'm pay. But see that Trump cause some of your shit hole. And yes, we prep with degree was science. Microfinance with no money. We did the moon and slow for sha. And no man see can no baby. Boy your politics, Kontoka. Was asked on the China for Babefa. Lord, half mercy on Africa. Yeah, what and so mind the car. Cause the system is tracking. We got a lot of possessions. Yeah, what cocoa, a good year in oil, so fuck it still. You begging. The system is tracking. We got a lot of possessions. Yeah, what cocoa, a good year in oil, so fuck it still. You begging.
No cry no can hear this so Ghana pani for some can hear preach you. So mwade me go to Bible man no send the fix you. Na me ko so no nsra broni. Fisa o sympathy man in here. Black man black sense see nyina wo betoy. Makufo ne bebia. Must see hospitals fine. Na den na moya wi amutu kwan. Mo man no go school outside. Mo ne sleep na chele wo Dubai. Dan complain see kwan nyen so mo campaign see ngoti. So utu kwan da na ye kan we crown. Travel and see who betonji.
The system is tracking. We got a lot of possessions. Yeah, what cocoa, a good year in oil, so fuck it still. You begging. The system is tracking. We got a lot of possessions. Yeah, what cocoa, a good year in oil, so fuck it still. You begging. Old men gonna pass out. The youth finna wise out. Shame on us. We so blessed. Why we the borrow from a white man? Then you have to drone Tom Pia water. In so talk where Jacobu. And to this year, where you tear rubber. Then penny quentin that die you. Where Big Ben. New York, you people, you think say you fool on. If you are sent to your duty, then Pia yet the fool say bulldog. On the day, heaven on net, all my days, all land there, the benefit can grow. Kwakunu do not see dicker than Tasso who you didn't buy what's one thing. The system is tracking. We got a lot of possessions. Yeah, what cocoa, a good year in oil, so fuck it still. You begging. The system is tracking. We got a lot of possessions. Yeah, what cocoa, a good year in oil, so fuck it still. You begging.
The system is working and we've got a lot of procession. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to NQ TV program where your friend Pemuka who host your friend Nana Kwame. Minim say and run was me ba live but man temenka Mr. Mumum Fancheme. No my a little bit tight 1 or 2. Mr. was so ba share na ma udnu be so ensa enka program aye baby. And the program aye baby no ye ba ni ababa beka ye nua bema Odartey Lamptey ni situation. Samu beka ya me catch them say me nua bema bi so di similar situation. Ebe to me nim se osremi opesanka me ni NQ TV etiefuo etwetwe ho nkomo ede mano. Na me nua bema ne de no wo se ose owo Germany na one ne yere na wo ho no aware ne yere eba emma na one ne yere te no eno obenya osofu bi ewo Ghana na no osofu no preachi ayese omo a omukura microphone ni speaker omu preachi wo market ni ebi obeshi omo wo junction ni nyama no omu preachi no but ohwe osofu no dwumedi a na eso nani inti obua asofu no ema asofu no ebenya asori danya no kenyankopon asem ewom enam dwumapa na ohun se sofu no die inti onu so no ne yere ewo problem ana omo wo eye eba problem inti odi to osofu no anim se osira osofu no so osofu no emwa no osofu no se meboa o ewo mpaibo mu ema enam so ma osma ne yere edifi Germany ema ne yere ne ko Ghana eni osofu no na o realize say mpaibo no sana na osofu no eni ne yere no eda na when you look at Odartey Lamptey situation now minim say a lot of people are going through that present moment. I remember when I was young there was this man ewo me area or the petrol egu no ho edi go ni ma ho ehye onu ne men nyina ku ne ho I remember by then I was young, man, tiasie. But I remember say, na me mama catch them say, papa no finding out to say, and kwalano enye ne ma. But by then I was so young to extend to say, I did not feel the man pain. I was feeling say, man we pa na kwala yo ba. And yes say na wuku unto minye. Then I started to understand certain things in life. Minuanum say when you listen to Odartey Lamptey situation, metie video, Matthew Odartey Lamptey nankasa or kasa several times, and some of them I cried. Listen, it's not easy. Minuanum, it's not easy. So be show biba 21 good years. Now we show biba. Now we feel say akwalani ya wo ba. We show akwalani with the love, passion. Look at Odartey Lamptey. At the point of the time, he was the biggest African footballer. Now odinkwalayi osi baby o tu kwan ko ye nyina odinkwalani ko. And make sure say onu ne maame num ne papa num antumi amfa na to school ama na antumi anya proper education. He realized at the point of a time e won in life how ana agent for e bunu e di ni sika. So he made up the mind say one maybe a school, two in kwala we are medium I am going to give them the best education money can offer, and he did that. But to come and find out to say, in Kwalana, you've killed yourself so much for 21 good years. In Kwalano, they are not your children. Meaning, if it were you, what would you have done? Senka ya wa, would ya wa ushe me Mr. Oba, Mrs. She, Mr. No Bisun Sanka. Imagine, say, this situation was you. What will you have done? Maybe, sir. There be a one. I grown up like Odartey Lamptey. I grown up around fame. Sometimes, you know, people look at us, musicians, and are famous people, and people think that we are happy. But honestly, listen, me can't honestly, when you look at some of us, we live in sadness. We are not happy. Because sometimes you may be surrounded around with so many people. You see so many people around you. You are buying food. You are doing so much for them. You are drinking. You are traveling. So many people around you. Sometimes you don't know who is with you and who is not with you. Some people, Irene, me pato mi hu, nyankopon shraw, sa utie no kware me sraw ba share na ma obi so ensanka. Sometimes we go to bed crying. I have been in that situation several times. Sometimes you go to bed and you are crying. I'm telling you, my people. But sometimes, you know we have people who are looking at us, and we don't want to show them the negative aspect of us and now the pain aspect of us. So most of us, we fake to you people. For you people to feel say everything is okay, everything is all right, we are on top of everything. Listen, sometimes we go in the room alone and we cry like babies because we are not happy. Because listen, you get the fame, you see girls, you go to the club, but you don't know who loves you, who is with you. Some come because of your fame, not because of you. Obi wawa or no nam. No. It may be Oba and then it may be Bema. No nam. But truly no, or nam because he want to be with you or she want to be with you. But because you say, be a baby or be you ho. That is the reason why nipane ne wonam. Inti se nipane dwen ho or what timama is not there. We've been in that situation several times. where people that you think are around you may be gossiping around you, may be planning evil things against you, may be saying things behind your back, whilst you are buying for them to eat, you are giving them clothes to wear. Feel that pain. Or sis, me tieni vid. Or sis, some of the Ankwalano Papani Biwa. I know him by name, but I don't know him like Onyama Danfo. But ebia mehunu matininka said person. Ebia no bane catch us. Oh, you're my classmate, or you're my cousin, or you're my way, but no, you're my boyfriend. Miniano bright me pacho me whom Yankupon Cassia in Shroud so quarry. We've been in situations. Sometimes you know won't. I'll plead with you people. When you are praying, Munkai or one pipe. But some of the celebrities are suffering in silence. They are suffering, I'm telling you, in silence. People are crying in silence. They don't want to show you the weak side. Frank, I'm manager, my former manager, Frank Ejekum. Frank Ejekum, or was so Frank Abasuminka, a short story. Frank, he used to be my former manager. When I was working with this guy, Frank Wabasu, send me boy Frank Churo. He was so good getting me all the international deals. There were these people around us in the group who were always coming to me back door, saying so much negative things about Frank. Oh, na Frank in yet, now then I would be a Frank, now would be a day. Those people who they were pumping like negative thing to me. And now, Pamo Frank, and now Frank dear, and now dear, now dear, na be na Frank, and now dear. When I listen to those people, do you know what happened? It was the same people turn around and they went to Frank for Frank to manage them. It was the same people who were telling me so much negative things about Frank. The same people went round and formed a group and let Frank to manage them. Sometimes, you may think in this world, your enemy is far. But I'm telling you, sometimes, your enemy is within your camp. Your enemy is not far from you. Ojinawu camp or ojinawu nchen. Onu na eko, onu na esu, onu na eba, onimu bibiemu. Inti, I've been saying this several times. Say, I've learned something along the way. Say, the biggest thing we should always consider is our circle. How well is your circle secure? Who is in the circle? Are they in the circle because they want to be in that circle? Or are they there for your sake? There are so many things as a human being you need to ask yourself. You need to pray for God for guidance. Bisa nyankopon me circle no erade dan circle na me gina mu no indam fufuo mo atwa me ho ahia no de bidum subanye di na fa kire me. And Pempino, we take all these things for granted, and it goes against us. And it does not just go against us, but some go and don't even come back. And our circle, we should take our circle very, very, very serious. Your friends may be there. You feel they are there, but they are your enemies. They are not your friends. They are not with you. They are not fighting with you. And as a mechanic, when I listened to those people, that was when my problems in the music industry started coming. And when it was coming, it was like a river coming non-stop. Sometimes into when I listen to Odartey, because I have been there. I remember when he say, it got to a point I wanted to commit suicide. he got to a point he wanted to commit suicide. No nim se wa worry na kanfo. Oba wa hia no na wa worry no. No ne ti one ne bobra, one ne tu kwan. Wiase nyina. I remember when Odartey was Odartey, we were living in the same area. No a sine dan was painted, big house. Me nim ne yere no personally. But sometimes you may be moving with somebody, but that person is not with you. He is against you. And baby, no one. And yeah, you're taking you maybe for granted. And those things we take for granted become the standing block in our life that does not prevent us to progress. Minya, Mr. Mumuma Yanko Tie, Odartey video no kakra niemra.
And I said finally, after several years, court now release it, and your man safa wadi we appeal. Sana case nisi koye we no de na ukobi ana wonko.
Oh, me konamo. Well, the by them say after ruling them say 2017 no. I nim say case na you no wana. I'm saying man be a man say on fan to you. The one or the appeal no two no ntino. Let us say was say omuti na asem. You be train band me be say no let us say nyama wo so ye no nye. Let us say me na work. Force me yes me fast tracking nyama na. I say to me every case because na doctor idea also mo di basa asem no enyo mo de ntino mo kwapi na omonye. So well me lawyers no edit to say any sadia any yen chomu case no and ya no mo different case no nti well ye kwai no so nyame nchade ono amba mo but ni lawyer bae and I'm say judges ni bisa say well the way forward no mo so mo sa ape review na judges ni no na almost strike your case now. I just almost a moment by no. Oman Jantum. Necessary. Only nearby and one was to me any day such a cascade man.
Trim Quabium. It is a 7-bedroom never is Legono on Saka, and as I say, this was side to beam.
Says, I just say, or that to be now and say, Brandon, the say, me man goes to no dana, Mimbra, but as a case, we case, you bear Jama. Me hu mranumu kakra na say we no so baka to be hawa na say obeha na make 3 years ni ruling ni ba no na ya twa me kura dem nim say ono ya atem ne ye ne de na o senka wudi na ye no wa ma yakọ anaka wi akran so ntino obi opeso ha no beka so ko supreme ntino well em say ya tutu ye ne ma e be hwa sebi enkudru ho. Let us say, Namin Sabe coming there. Namin Saga say, Diana, whatever ruling I am, no. Dana, a media, may she is here. Said you may buy the man for the Diamba, may come in for the Diamba, but the right thing must be done. It's not media, it's necessary and coming there. Not too much because I've moved on. For the past 7 years, I've moved on in life.
Not to say the old canon is a Obakas or Behawa, not to say Han or Behau, because the SC in a China massage 7-bedroom. Now, Martinum, the see, I make us say what if you 3 years near really about was our appeal. And
for the last 5 years, Nami rented down, but you know, who says, me young quarter. I mean, the Namin make a Namin in a 6 months, Unanka, case Navy. But one I'm saying, no, not said you. My rented dancer for up to now. Into me, a bomb pie say nothing will happen now. Because she say, say, your money. I mean, made down back for do me a diamond so that so good to me move out and I just say, maybe so far.
Not just a diner crowd on the was CB the amount of saying, but also a pace gone, dear now.
Oh, that ruling a buy and a man a dying as some money can count there. The car back was the man, you know. Let's a court no man, no cook, after all what I've been through. But but see or see ruling in the end to appeal.
Hey. And many will say no or that's why we feel.
Oh yeah, that's why we feel something no what the other. Next other so we are Yama rule something new no. Meanwhile me feel say me na me my ya bibi antente mono de nka na me ka no kura de nka up to now it is nka yem free case no it is nka 100 years pra na etiti ho na asem ne da so court but say you me lawyers no say you me do mo ase pa for mro mo nyama me wo case hu amotumi afa chama me say you mo anatumi yes ani ama we na yetumi free case na a mo mfa mo case ne mba no a yetumi free case a
Miniano misramu obia obeba so bia misra oba no wahye Roger me pacho me hu nyankopon kese yinhira wo se wutie no kware King me pacho me hu me brother Simon me hu me nua ba efia twumwa we support no dey amazing efia me pacho me hu nyankopon kese yinhira wo se wutie no kware King me pacho me hu misra oba share na ma obi so nsanka ti asem a o ka no misra mu munti asem na o ka ni hwe asem na Odartey ka no ya de a me ne wo mienu no donhwure yi na wo se ye de tu ye hunfo wo se ye fa baby free mu hwe o baby wo ho a oyo obuafo. When you are celebrity, when you become a celebrity, we don't see, because there are so many beautiful girls that come into your life. You don't know which one is which one. Sometimes you feel all you think about is sex here, sex there, sex here, sex there. You don't really see. When you are coming to the music scene, Francis, me pacho me hu nyankopon kase nchira so wudie no kware. When you are coming into the scene, you sometimes we are very prayerful. Very, very prayerful. But when we get there, we forget. We forget. And the fame just take you along. Sometimes, to say your circle may not be right. The circle, you feel you are in the best of circle. You feel you have the best people surrounding you. But honestly, you are not. Some may come to enhance what you have already achieved. Some may come, they are the agent of the devil. The little you have acquired, they want to finish you. And one maweni and daho, one yam pai bufuo. I'm telling you, in Yanum, by the time I when you beba wonso no. Nasha, in penyinfo wa baby ano mubu, almost when you beba wonso no wada now 9 iguabontene. We've been there, we've been in this situation. So I know what I'm talking about. I understand exactly what Odartey is talking about. Sometimes, even those you are moving with, you call them brothers, you call them friends. If you are how did not call girl, who coffee? No sweaty wachi, no call abayu anho. Sabayu an 3 more mreka kra on in the Bepakoda. I remember at the point of my career, there were some people I met in my career, and they were now from brother kill brother. And the meaning of brother kill brother, nature say, so we will get a bet to mean another, or no so any girl, I was any girl in that. And these people were huge celebrities in Ghana, and they are called brother kill brother. And sometimes, you don't understand some of the terms, but when you find out to say, this is the meaning of what you people are talking about, you ask yourself, say, are you people stupid or what? But a real thing is happening. When you want people that will stab you in your back and will be standing in front of you, will be smiling, it's in the music industry. It's in the entertainment industry. When you want people who will be praying so hard. They say they want you to fall. They are in the music industry. They are in the entertainment industry. But sometimes, listen, we will come out there and we'll be smiling in front of the cameras. But behind the cameras, we cry like babies. I'm telling you. And here is you. And here is the. So I understand what my brother is going through. Ube show biba for 21 good years. Or since 2017 of renti obi dan. Obi a wa bo football dia magana. Obi a wa brain emoji ni hwe winter no jinemu hwe awo enya adiketu no jinemu e bobo. And it's a mistake. Oh yeah, wana brabo mu. That mistake, is abba bedani adisradie ne dane so. And ukonyo oba bunsam ti so oba na Lamptey kwa wari ne na. Me see. Eye nyankopon kra ne wo so Odartey Lamptey de bi odanasi. Because oba ne be to me slowly no poison. Inti ye nyame twe nyankopon na abu Odartey Lamptey. I remember there was one big DJ, one huge DJ in Ghana. He was all over, big DJ. And I remember this DJ American who was him. No, he had a wedding. No, he invited me. Wedding, no, you invited me now. You call wedding, I say no. Or no one kasani best friend. Now, why you know? My friend is saying, oh, yeah, wedding now. Best man who said then no ni oba no or worry ne da. Bibiano me kan semu kwaso no any best friend no ni onini oba na or worry no be man na wafa na as best friend no oni oba ne da. And when I remember say na in service you are okwa no. Na look your ye say ni mami are very prayerful. Into your fans and say no. Na bottle no pie won in sem. Na ni mami jira on or wusuniti say. Ultima say so from Ohonomono the man realized he said no, this is wrong. This is wrong. After wedding, na problems. DJ na me kana sem one rise bio. Me say sometimes some will come into your life to help your life progress. Some will come in your life that your life na will be a quine kiti amani panel remunu is the end of you. Say nyami ambemwa, you will never rise again. So we should be very prayerful. We should be careful people we bring closer to us. We should be careful of people we tell them our secret and he does them and when he who do you share your secret with? Sometimes, all these things, because when the fame carry you, it just carry you. You travel all over the place, perform in front of people, enjoy. So people will see, say, you are drinking, enjoying, sleeping in big hotels. They think you are happy, but you are not. I'm telling you, people are suffering in silence. People are dying in silence. Would you just imagine? Say, Odartey Lamptey say, Obani podru baby no Obani say, Odartey Lamptey ye impotent. Into onu no man who kwan say, oni bema fufuro nkoda, no oni bema fufuro nwo. Osi edru baby na mi pese mi kwa antwa. Because me ke bibi obi entie. Odartey can be. Or say when no share or ba way no kwa worry no ne maami too ne fo ba wentie. Because he was in love. But ube be so say now oba no so was in love ana. No. She was not. She was just following the fame and the money, not war or bear man. Sometimes we should be careful of things that we choose. Millicent, me patro me hu nyankopon shira so wutie no kware. Sometimes we should be careful. Mamu mayen show that case no. Mayen fan yet say na footballers the omo pemba, and the musicians the omo pemba. When you listen to even Odartey Lamptey utie ni kasa popons on pen once. Me ti hey. Minimum a lot of people. Omo beka nana kwa me the open. Me be your bad like cry di mami. Me your bad lie, Eddie, mommy. Utima, me can kwara cherem. Utima say, but obi only muno. Obe feel say, oh, would your life no dear, and then find him a see him, mo dear, won't dear mean case any ho. There are some people who live their life like that, they were like that. Omu ye womanizers, o yo mushia, ye. Ye were binumuswa. And yet the situation of a Juma wafa to no so. So you assume say Sano biati. There are a lot of footballers doing so many things. Yenim. But baby someone say, okay, a footballer one time he was the biggest. How come say or bad in a better situation or woman? What to me say he was a family man. He wanted to build a family, build a future. But the point in it, you have to ask yourself and say, now he wanted to build a future. Or banner no fan now also on any train, no banner super so build a future now. No. Or banner soon you be build a future. Or no, say we a new kunu. Or a people cry, a be a winning it done, be a banner winning it done, not pretending. Pel. E bi oba na odawachino or pretending on pel. Mama yemfa ye suade. Misra mama yensan kotie yanto Odartey Lamptey ade no so. Ye ba ye beto so.
You say no, just a for sutu na court ma ho kwan sa say man obetima man na wotwe 1 2 obetima kotu no na bibia sa ni.
Well, na me say le bibia koye law. They say no me say my lawyers know will get back to me to see the next step. They be take it to see the way forward.
I'm out for their message. I'm the badges or Montiasi crank. I was say the other man or dominion one in a crowd book or so now did you near money in our crap record.
Well, in America, say, I am
would
be to me, I watch the maiden. One show cry no as I could say was them. To me, the Madame Yamipana Medana say, Abutre, our mamma is Abutre because I don't wish to say, maybe other course experience for the past 7 years. And I'm fine say, me, I mean, the Marco room, and they may lose in the Marco room pains in the yard for the past 7 years.
Ni osha de nyamedi ama wone including a handsome baby boy wabeka emma mienu ho a ote o beautiful family mu a obeka say de aba wonsem kra so chen de na sebi edu ba bi ananka wadwen ye say je won kwa kra free wonsem no obeka say nyame ahye wani mo nyama bro so na still awo pace.
More than that say we were seeing nipa de otias no unim de obinya because na case in the buy for the 7 years ago na menjin this me I say me to me woman na me to me abunya me family move on I mean na me kan nyame shirawa we shirawo me look me age I'm so strong I'm moving on I'm doing what I'm supposed to do na me kan actually any way na mbe me nyame because na me kra me dan dwin say and the kra be ba to mama that case kra me to me abon case no go my time move on to well the earlier the better me born by say whatever must be done so we all move on in life.
Ni yebo abaso ye san hye odin na sisi am say we move on no nyame nko so anhira no akoma na ode ama no ma ye nyina ye bi because yeah wo studio nyina obi e wo so nti obi antumi and I'm not sure I can endure this for 6 months no me mean to me but catch junior say onya krapa na mate so ha wo ho ya chia busiafo ni nyina
me da se me da ma se no support am da support me da one
yeah na se ni Odartey Lamptey.
How did you find out when was it 2 or 3 years ago? 4 years ago it became public knowledge, it was all over the place that the children you thought were your biological children were actually not your children?
Well, it's difficult though, to be honest with you. As you said, for 21 good years, I know that's my children, but certain things were happening to the marriage, but it was this big brother that I started to hear so many things, you know. A lot of people were calling me. I've heard a lot, your kid's name have been mentioned, so I quite listen, I follow, and then yes, I heard so many, I heard their names. So what I did was I pay a journalist to make sure recorded all the video, the program for me. You see, there are some parts that we don't say it live.
Yes.
So I got to know all those things, and then, well, I decided to confront, and then, well, it became an issue. Apart from that, I made a lot of investigation, recording people. So I was more than a nurse, recording friends, and then, well, and through the recording, and one of them mentioned that this is what I should do. I should try and do DNA because they believe the kids are not mine. So I was shocked. I said, what?
And the kids were how old?
Oh, 2019 and like 8. So I couldn't believe what the person said. So I decided to do it.
Did you talk to your wife then?
No, because the case was in court by then. But the people, I mean, they were thinking I don't deserve what you were going through. So I spoke to my lawyer. To be honest, I did not know anything about DNA. I spoke to my lawyer, and then he showed me where they do the DNA. I went there. I paid $2,000 for the 4 of us. And then, well, I went to their schools. They were in school by that time. So I went with a private doctor, and then he said, I spoke to them like I was coming to pay their fees or give them money also, and I told them, oh, I had an infection in my throat, but the doctor said if they don't cure this now, it will worry them when they grow up. So, well, they took the saliva and everything. So I went to all their schools. So they gave us two weeks to come for the results. It took 1 month because the doctor was saying that because the case is in court, they have to make sure even when the court also done it, there won't be any mistake. Well, I think when the doctor called me. And
were you nervous?
Yeah, to be honest with you, because it was something that we wanted to use. Because at the beginning, I wanted to settle this and move on. I decided to give her whatever she got now, and she refused. And then she listed all my property that she wanted 50% of it, and about 5 billion, you know, alimony also. So we thought even having one that is not mine, we could have used that against her. But
so the doctor called you after a month? Yeah.
So when I went, and then he asked me, how long have you been with your wife? By then I said, oh, is it 21 good years? And he went straight. He said, the kids are not yours. I was shaking. Immediately, I did not know what to do. I sat for about 2 minutes. Then I called my lawyer. I said, you can't believe this. And this.
Miniano, Mr. Obi Obebasubia, Mr. Nyankupun Dimo, na share na ma obiso ensa enkla. Mr. Enidimo. Share. To live with somebody 21 good years. Easy thing. Even living with somebody for 1 year. And easy. 21 good years. Listen, nipa bi no wo wa wo. Me nuanom omusim bonsam. I'm telling you. Hwe eye nyame o, nyankopon na ye som no odo dati. Because so wutia, hwe ye nwie yo, ye betie mu deep. So wutia or say, no, pesa warie no kwa be gu. But no, Bano was insisting. Say, opeso ujaya warie. Because no Bano would trimopo onim near waye. Even a Japadiano crano or say, I want opesanke Japadiano, just say, or the man Bano manage your bemano, none who crack tono, share or bar. Wouldn't I worry 21 good years? No, the Bama Fufra call. I see up 50% of Wajapadie after 21 years. Up 50% of Wajapadie in our of your sample 5 billion. Whoa, when the freedom fighters, yeah, can't and now people are talking now. No be food deal with him. Because imagine, Minya, if the system now are set right, there are certain things that go on in our country, it wouldn't happen. Because after when you crano, utie in semina, yebaba mamati, ye to Odartey Lamptey fi onu ni fie, me no kasa presently no, or rent you be dying. Obi a wa bobra. One bobra, or be a was sacrificing who the ama ye kuro Ghana. Or see, the way the law system no great treaty in Ghana, no. Well, when you listen to things like this, then you ask yourself, is Ghana worth dying for? Or no, not some ye clean, be ye correct, no, ye dear some no the tiano. Meso be kwa hwehwemu no judges ni binu kwa ni oba ne da obi kwa wo hwa lawyer bi wo hwa na judge bi wo ho the fact is we Odartey Lamptey no kwa no ohun kwa na ni buafu eye ne ya onyaya nka oyewo ba insatia ni nyina anya pe yensagi ni nyina anya pe. This is why we are crying. Said the system, the institutions should be built properly. This will not happen. Abroad the way it happen. Because the law works. Obi a wouldn't not know. No boo. Me say, or say, listen, I was taking care of these kids because I did not go at my uncle school, so I wanted to give them the best education. Very expensive school. Even in Ghana, Obia uwa Ghana bia wouldn't or sing Kwalano no the omuko GIS. Ghana International School, meaning Madame Fufua no muko Ghana International School. Ye bo mu school fees ichirawa uye mbesho. Now bet to me the obi bako Ghana International School. Nani papa di oti ho. Otiwa and find home and woo boka to go and find out to say in Kwalani nya ba. Then law no so will work against you. She nyankopon akanwo dati. Nyankopon ne china wachi. Misra mama yanko to dati we ni so. Ya ba ye beto aso. Obi bia wo so bia me pacho mi hu. Papa J me pacho mi hu nyankopon hiraw se wutie no kware. Joyce me pacho Auntie Joyce mi hu nyankopon kase on hiraw se wutie no kware. MB me pacho mi hu me hu se mi nua be ma bi atworo se sieke akono oye Black Star captain presently nkwala no eye ne ba me pacho minisa evidence no ntimi campaign to no so ba se nkwala no ye ne ba ampa sieke Black Star no managing eye case misra muma yenkotie ye ba ye beto aso.
What has happened? He said I should meet. I said I can't drive. So he met me halfway, and then I show him whatever it is. But as I said, the case was in court, so well, we wrote to court that, listen, we think these kids are not mine. But the court should allow us to do DNA in court. And that's where all this thing started. That yes, I knew that the kids were not mine, but I was impotent. I couldn't.
How did you feel?
It was a disgrace, to be honest with you. I was sad. I was hurt. My name was all over the place. And then let me use this small opportunity to just thank Roweda Yakubu.
The woman you are with now,
yes.
And she's given you you've had 2 wonderful children with her.
Yes, I mean herself, her mother, her father, and her sisters, and her family for believing in me. I was surprised when she said, it was I think after 6 months, then she told me that she was pregnant, but then, well. Somebody that they said I was impotent. So I was surprised, but I couldn't believe it, whatever it is. So, well.
It makes you cry. I mean, you've got tears in your eyes.
Miniano, it's very sad. Mr. Oba share. Na mo bi so nsanka na so tie ade way evia won you know where I am coming from. You know why we need to fight for the justice system in Ghana to work, because it can happen to you. It can happen to you, whether we your bow we your bemo, it can happen to you. But won mama mayen hwene keke ba yen tie bibin fen free mu. Minya Bema Slim say it's so sad. Slim, it's so sad. Isaac, me patrol me who or say so sad, so sad, so sad. Listen, it's so sad. Listen, so pain. I wanna come in. Kwa to no mo kwa no. No mo kun kwala no hu. Oba no su ni mu se kwala ni nya ne ma. But odin kwala no edi aye a standing block edi gie japadie ni nyina de afi wo. Osi ye betu no fi ni fie ye man 1 hour so no ani fie na wa bre esi no. No ba oni wuti fie wa wonim se nkwala ni nya ne ba no. Go to man 1 hour se onsesa ni nya man fifi wo. Once obani ni mu se nkwala ni nya ne ba o. It is in Kenya say in Crawford people were talking and now no starting so be on a mass investigation be recording be nyema ekoye we na onim in kwala oni omanya bond 21 years bond, and you find out they are not your kids. Me see when I was young I saw similar thing in the Nipani shin who a shin kwalani nyina. Nancy will be sending me video. Europe baby. Man be okoye DNA. You know finding out to say brony or finding out to say ne yire no kwalani nyane ba. Man ni kun oba no wo hwa no bo no suniti tu. You sending me video no ba mean to me because of Facebook. Whoa, me kaso bin yasao. But what I'm saying is if Odartey has been able to hold on to this pain, Ghana law system should work. The law system should work. I have the same problem. My father properties are in court. Ukwa, yes, judge yari. Ukwa, near the assembly. Ukwa, near the system does not work. And you have MPs sitting there buying big cars. Where they claim they are MPs, they can't make the law. When the law is about NDC, MPP, where they can buy cars, where they can get loans to go and chop slave queens. Oh no, my better. Yeah. No, my Jiscan, no, my goodie. People are suffering. This is a young got to a video, no so. Ya bet was so. Obi was be a me patro me whom. Yankopon kase ye nhyira se wutie no kware. Mr. Oba share na ma unua bi so ensa enka.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, I tried to move on. I tried to move on, but as I said, I want to thank them personally. And there's one more than a brother or a father. I think, as I said, 4 years has been calling. I don't know how much money he has spent, using credit. He's from Tamale. His name is Ahmed. Every day he called me to know that I'm okay. He got to a time I nearly committed suicide. And the other option is, I don't know how to call it, maybe Antoine, I don't know how to call it. Yeah. To make sure to clear my name, because I think that was the only option I have. And my lawyers as well. I want to thank them for 4 years being with me. I mean, Kizito, Bewenko, and Iris, I'm sure some lawyers will not have time for you. And we did not miss a day in court. And I think finally, as I said, I'm happy. I'm a happy man, because what I went through, it got to a time. I think the judge who gave the final ruling was the third judge in the case. The first judge that I did not want to mention name, without any evidence, threw me from my own house. I should use 1 hour, not taking anything to leave my own house. I went to rent a hotel for about a month. And then, as I said, the Rueda convinced me to come and stay with them. So I was with her in their house for about 6 months before I rent a house. When she was pregnant, I think 2 months before she delivered, I decided to go and rent a house because I don't think it's appropriate for her to deliver in that. So I rent a house for 4 years now. So finally, I'm getting my house back, and I'm most grateful. But as I said...
But how about the children, the 3 children you thought were yours? How have they coped with all of this?
To be honest with you, see, they are kids, they are innocent. I don't have anything against these kids, to be honest with you, they are innocent. The first one, well, I may not know the father, which I think is difficult. I think maybe the pregnancy was something that brought into the marriage. I did not know the father. The second and third, yes, I don't know them by face, but I know the name. You see, I came to this world nothing, I'll go with nothing. All this that we are fighting over, for me, it's nothing. As I said, because things that I know, things that I have, if I said I want to play it, people will be shocked in Ghana. But as I said, I thank God for giving me that strength and energy to be able to cope with all that I've been through. As I said, 4 years, God has blessed me with 2 kids. Maybe 4 years back, I should have been buried and gone. So in a way, I thank God for giving me that strength to be able to cope with all this. And it's an experience that I wish any man wouldn't go through. I know these things are there, but then it's very difficult to come by. So the only advice I can give is any man, I think they should put everything in hospital. As soon as you deliver, they should make sure they conduct DNA, they do that test to make sure that, yes, it's yours. Before growing up with somebody for 21 good years, at the end of the day, finding out they are not yours. I did not have good education. I never sat in class. I don't know, when you were mentioning about this kind of schools.
At this school and co.
I was just sitting there laughing. I did not have opportunity to go to school. So I decided to give these kids, a better education. They went to Ghana International, Christian High, and all that.
Very
painful.
Very expensive school.
Yeah.
Okay, but you still talk to them. You're still a father to them. You don't.
No, it's from advice, not to do that, because Well, it may likely, maybe I may say something that they can use against me in court. Well, now the case is over. Yeah. So since the case started, I have never seen them. I have never spoken to them.
You don't miss them?
Oh, of course, I do. But, well, what can I say? The situation that has happened, nothing I can do. I have to avoid.
How old is the youngest?
I think she's 10 now.
So how is she coping? She's very young.
Well, as I said, yes, they are really innocent. And to be honest, I don't want to talk about it because it brings me back so much memories, and it has happened. Okay. I just want to move on.
All right. Now, when this case came up 4 years ago, and throughout the period, there were so many stories. I mean, the one, of course, that you would find most painful would be the issue of you being impotent. But it turns out you are not impotent. Now you have 2 very wonderful kids. I met your little one last year with Rueda, beautiful baby girl, Black Beauty. Now, the issue of your wife supposedly being promiscuous, how did you take it?
Well, as I said, you see, and
there were suggestions that some of them were your friends.
That's what I said. You see, maybe somebody close to me will know the kind of person I am. I have.
Misramu etiefo obi a obepa so bia misramu Jerry me pacho me hu nyankopon kase nhyiraw so wo hwe no kware wo beti asem o kan na o say some of the men eyo no Odartey no na dam fufu. Gloria, you wicked. I'm telling you. What to mean Bema Adampa Bakuso? Atena 21 good years. And then now woman miensa poly miensa Baku Kura went to me when the mobo and tell the baba. Hey, yensroni po. Impenium for boo baby tray won't almost say suroni paneja is saman. Asase we are yet won. De bia me catch them with for a binuma betna hako or brana ye bon and a binuma bebo echo. No muta ya bako sem bebree. Se we yo be now coffee, no one impenium for tedding commot sem me. I got that opportunity. Impenium for boo be. Omu too fu a hintasem or mu catch it out. Won and then Nayama. Things abe look like obi oya abrowa bia ye beyifo. Inti when even you are going back home and you want to see your grandmother, mean can say abeyifo ni ho. But I'm saying say, won ya mansa de na beye na beyifo na way. So we refuse to go to the elderlies to learn something. Obrana wo boy no obi abetinemu abobio. So sometimes in life we should listen to our elderlies, learn something from those people. Some of Odartey and Kasandam for we take our circle lightly. Sometimes, when you look close to your circle, you see so many people smiling. The fact is that they are smiling, you think all of them are smiling for your good. We've been to that situation. Some of them may be smiling, but they are smiling for your downfall of the holes they've dig. But me sring and coupon, so baby or me don't shrey. I can't build what won't chair, what done no who or non quo. I'm gonna be a what to in Shisha be a what to no Yankupoman in Tossa and I'm not in Shishim. Mini anoma musha me don't Mumma yen sorry, Mumma yenim bring. Yenim bring Bible. Because sometimes the enemy, you may think the enemy is far away from you, but sometimes the enemy is around you. They are working around you. They know your movement. They know how you walk. They know what you eat, where you sleep, how you do your thing. They know everything about you. It is sometimes, or brana na dia wutrina embano. Enye bunsam bi na asom wo. Eye because the circle uwo no eye wrong. Until you move away from that circle, you would never progress. Until you leave that circle, na cho huesia, na yema yedron. Missy, until you leave, you will never, I'm telling you, you will never progress. Progress, any progress. Ube bomba yebia. If the circle you are in is wrong, you have problem. At one time, I got to a situation where I fall on a friend who I thought was a good friend. Okotonsa, now I ba, na me nini mi enu nyina ni anumu nsano, yet numu nsano na me bua, no afa phone, no video me, no de chire nkrofo, mu superstar no behwe, odami fie matonsa ma no wabo. Listen, we've been there. Don't see like I'm just saying something new. Me kano, me come hinta sam ya chira. No video me, no de chire nkrofo, mu superstar no, onu na wabu oda akonwam no, onu na wabu da me ha. Me na matonsa ma no wabu. Dia wose ohata wo ohata odintuma kata wo hu no onu mo no ebo wadeja e de akire wiase ebu wani mu ase akire wiase, and you call these people friends. So I remember there was a time no one kasa ne brother, every time na ne brother ne catch him say nana guy here wote ne ho ye menua banana 2. Well, that time, I had a 3-bedroom, beautiful house. But me, I don't want to go there because I'm too much of friends. You need me back at your share. Let me hear, madam. Let me dim yam come back. Or no one Cassidy Neo was telling me, said Nana, over 3 beautiful bedroom house. Why don't you go and live there? And I'm like, I don't would yana me tin in China na ya yana. Osi nana, the way we ni papa pano. Me si nyemeni bi wo hwa me pese me bie manu aka kire. I remember, say ni pay ya me kana asem ya. I was driving one time. Na me car me twi no. Na insurance e da so no. Nipa or ye insurance ni ma me da car no so no. Wa friend nipa ne say cancel insurance na da na na kwa me car ne so. Say the be say ya me twi car na police fo hu me ayache me. Ye chimia, it will affect my driving license, it will affect my insurance, it will affect so many things. Somebody you call friend oh. But isusu ya no susu. Edi afa ho insiseye na watu dia to wanimu no dide bia me kase me de me nyankopon ase. All these things na ni nua na ka kire me. The very day I moved from there, I moved na me nkwa me kotena bebia na me nkwa makwaje me 3-bedroom no. That was when I started seeing the hand of God. Sometimes, we should listen. We should listen to our instinct. Sometimes, you soon ni yakasa. A brain in name. But sometimes we don't listen. Me say, we should be careful. What kind of circle are you in? Who is in that circle? How many people are in that circle? Don't look at people by faces smiling towards you. So you think they are there because they want to be there. Some are there because they want your downfall. Some are there because where you are standing, nyankopon di wako drunu, ohunu se onuna wasanko jina ho. Beye nyankopon na hu mobo no di wako dru tampempenso. They don't see that. And if you lose God, I'm telling you today, therefore, if you lose God, you will never come back again. You will never come out of that situation again. Mende badwin ba kasa wo. Mende badwin ba na mene ne kasa. We should be careful. Careful with people. We tell them our secret. People are ye kaye hintasem edi chiro. I remember na me ne ye adwuma baako na adwuma no me de be say na ka ne de. He was phoning people, telling him say, oh na dia so sorry or so yes star eniafu on bedjuma eniafu we no well sorry. Somebody who is a friend, who is supposed to protect me, was making mockery of me out there. Who is your friend? Who is in your circle? How well is your circle secure? We take those things for granted. Uma yanko to a video no so. Mr. Oba share na ma obi so nse hu. Boatin mi nua bema or share live from South Africa. Boatin I hope so hwajo. Mr. mi hu Nyankopon kesi ohatas ron shiraw so wutie no kware. Obi bi owo so bia nyame shiraw so wutie no kware. Mr. mumuma yanko to a video no so ye ba ye beto aso. Na kai hu no se TV where your friend NQ TV host your friend Nana Kwame.
So many evidence, as I said, recording people that
of your friends.
Oh, I won't say friends, but evidence that shows it clear that this what the people are saying is true. But you see, if I've made a mistake to rush or pretending that I want to be a man, I'm sure I would have lost so many things. Being a fool, being a stupid, taking my time. As I said, these two decisions that I wanted to take with the help of Rueda and my best friend Ahmed in Tamale, I did not take those decisions. And you see, it hurts that it's not because of anything. It's just because I couldn't afford to pay a school fees that maybe is too much for me at that time. Maybe a child is going to UK. And the school fees were about £26,000 or whatever, and I thought I've invested all my money, I can't afford it, and there were three, I can't start this and then this. Yes. So I took a decision for her to go to school here, which is a good school that I looked for, Asashi, which was not even...
University is a very good university.
And that's what brought all this, that, well, if I can, then what can I give? She want to live. It's not that something big, like, I don't know. That's what.
So she wanted the first child to go to the university in the UK.
That's it.
And you decided against it because it was expensive. So you chose Ashesi University, which is a brilliant university, one of the best universities in Ghana, if not the best at the moment.
That's what brought all this. And then, well, she stood and then said, what can I give her? But she want to leave the marriage. And I said, well, I can't stand here and say A, B, C, D, but let your lawyers write. So when a week later I received a letter, and then we met, the tensions were high. And then the lawyer said we should go home. And then we come back and a week later. So my lawyer advised me to leave the house, to be honest, because anything could have happened. As I said, maybe provocation would have allowed me to do certain things. So I left. I went to Red Hotel for about, as I said, a month or so. So the following week when we met, all this time I did not know the kids were not my own. The second time I decided, no, I still want to be in the marriage upon all those things that I've heard. And she said no, she don't want to be in the marriage, but a friend of mine have told her that because of property, that's why I'm doing that.
Because of your property, you don't want to give her anything.
That's it. That's why I don't want to leave the marriage. So, well, after I said yes, I want to be in the marriage. So the lawyers met, and then they said I should settle her, and then we go away. So that's why that's when I decided to offer her, I mean, yes, the dummy house and the car that she was using, and even a land at Jingano and money, and she refused. And as I said, at the end of the day,
Minuanum tio wa basu ti. Intokwe bie ni awari animo. Problem bie ni ho. Wo pese akwala na wo maame no wudnim. Se akwala ni nye Odartey Lamptey bano. Wo pese ode ne ko university wo UK. Na o tuya £26,000. O se mini bi. Mini bi se siye. But this is what I can afford. Yes, I mean, but this is what I can afford. We say we should be careful of our circle. Who is in that circle? How well do you trust those people in the circle? We should be careful of the circle. If your circle, baby almost say a dime, say quine be that buying one, a buying be a boy be a them. Say quine, so a dime a crack here. Nasa yan patchy yan ya in temwa. A boy be a fasa on family room. Who is in your circle? Young Potwaso, Mr. Muyaba.
Let's come back to the same thing, but for me, yes, I've lost some properties that, well, for me, I don't really worry about it. But I think the punish that I've been through was so painful that maybe she should have faced a real punishment, maybe compensate me or so, because as I said, the school that these children went, and for 21 good years, I don't know. And all over in Europe that I've played football, I've been with these kids. Playing fair, hospital bay, and all that. Now all has gone. I've not received any. There's no way I will benefit from all those things. But well, this is life. As I said, I thank God I'm alive because I nearly do something, well, not use that word stupid, just to hang myself or...
because it was too much for you to handle.
Yeah, as I said, I mean, because I wanted to clear my name. I mean, going to shrine or maybe Antoine was to sacrifice myself. And maybe herself and her family. If true, I've said that, yes, I was impotent, this thing should have done, then all over the world will know. But I thank God, as I said, I have good people beside me, advise me not to do that. It should have been a bad thing, because I've already done all the underground work to do that.
Right. But you are a happy man now, aren't you?
Oh, I'm more than happy. I mean, I don't know how to describe it, you know. My kids. That's
Rueda, by the way, on your screen. She's brought so much joy into your life. Rueda is a great person. She's a personal friend. Great woman. Great woman.
Yes, I think these two kids are making me forget all the pains when I see them, when I hold them. Yeah, these are mine. But can I afford to pay the kind of money I pay for those that I lost?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You are the one cassette. And now, Yankupon Amano or no one cassane mano. Unisika will be to be the Ashen Palana. Gloria, we a wicked woman. Gloria, we a wicked woman. So who for Bible, na Gloria, who be a Bible nim, no kind Bible no, Nanyan coupon no bossro bossasi. Gloria, God will deal with you. I'm telling you. But won Misuma Kualana Udio my baby, they are innocent. But when this curse is coming, it will come upon them. A soon be Odartey Lamptey, soon. Gloria, it will come on you. I'm telling you. So phone can't tell why me catch them. Whoa, yen can no quarantine ye woo. And or say school or think kwala we are 21 good years. And now Yankupa mo no one kasane dear. On to me for moon course school. How do you feel? Now we are won't in a japadio and Jaffa. Whilst I wouldn't so only bear my for and then I won't cause I bear man who more outside Japadi and I will. And the law system, it does not work. Oh God, Ghana. Mr. Mumuma Yonko Tienumu way, Yaba, Yabetwaso.
Zingereke, zingere, zingere, manama zingere, zingere, bareke, zingere, zingere, manama zingere, zingere. Ama wasama mi benti, bebe kedia, misiyo, mapiriku, masherita, tata, lobonita, tata. Ama wasama mi benti, bebe kedia, misiyo.
Sorry.
But I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm sure now. As I said, I have my own house back, my sweat. So hopefully I can move in with my new family. My school have been given back to me.
Glow lamp.
Yes. And then my academy as well. As I said, I'm a new person now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. By the way, that's your academy, I think, on the screen. Odartey's Academy in Cape Coast. That's where he spends most of his time these days, nurturing young talents to give back. He calls it giving back to society, and why not? Far away there are the boys in the academy, and there are clubs in Ghana who have benefited from this immense contribution he's put in here in Ghana. So God bless you, Odartey Lamptey, Ni Odartey Lamptey. And for your friends, I mean, you've got friends who still play, who are not playing, who have retired. What were they telling you? Were they in touch?
Well, let me say a big thank you to Ghanaians. I was surprised after the ruling, the kind of support that I have.
It was all over on social media.
Yeah, I mean, the calls that I even put my phone off.
Because there were too many calls.
Too much. And I decided not to talk. Maybe if it's not you, to be honest with you, I decided not to talk. Because it's past and gone. I'm moving on. And well, you see, when you get to this stage, or when it gets to marriage, it's difficult to really advise. Sometimes you may not know until, some people can hide their character until they are dead. And I just also want to thank God that I did not receive this bad news or when I'm like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
That would have been an even heartbroken, because, well, I'm okay. I'm 43. I can still move on, have kids.
Yeah. Are you going to have more?
Well, we are trying. Ru want a boy, so...
Oh, she wants a boy.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a third one coming.
Hopefully.
Wonderful. That's really wonderful. So what do you say to men, footballers, young footballers like you? I mean, you met your ex-wife when you were playing, or is it before you started playing?
No. When I was playing, I met her. Actually, I came to Ghana to play a match, and then she was with friends. Actually, she approached me. I mean, she called me. When I was driving, I brought my new car in Ghana. That was Silica by then. And I was known all over. That was somewhere 93. And I started making money somewhere 99. I went to Europe 89. So I was already a star. So, and then somewhere 94, she visited me in Holland. And then when he came back, she said she was pregnant. So I decided my parents should go and ask her hand in marriage. My mom was against it, to be honest with you.
Do you understand her now?
I wish she was alive. Lucky Dube sang some, so what is the name? Mama. And it typical goes to me. Well, at that time, yes, as I said, maybe I was in love. So there's nothing that would have stopped me. But I did what I was supposed to do as a marriage, as a husband. I did not molest anybody. I feed anybody. I give them the best that I could. Yes, I've lost it. I mean, it happened in life. Somebody can buy a Ferrari today, the next day, crash it. A lot of money. Somebody can build a mansion, the next day, bend down. So I take it in good faith.
Okay, so what would be your advice to footballers of this generation? Because, I mean, the lifestyle is the same. I mean, you talk about the car you were driving at the time, the Silica, you were popular. The ladies
Maserati and all that.
Maserati, you had a Maserati. The ladies were throwing themselves at you, and it hasn't changed. What would be your advice?
Nana, it's difficult. As I say, it's difficult. But the only thing I would say that make sure you choose the right one, which is very, very difficult to know. It will be very, very difficult to know that this is the right man until maybe something has happened.
Yes.
You know, and then advice from mother or parents, they have seen it before. So when they tell you, I'm sure you should listen. You should give it a second thought. And I'm sure that is the best advice I can give. I think, as I said, what I went through, I thank God sitting here talking. You know, it's painful for you to be...
Were you able to come out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you...
I mean, throughout that period, I used to see you.
Yeah. And business, I mean, working was keeping me, you know, busy. I was just going Cape Coast, driving up and down. People were wondering, this guy, how can he drive up and down?
Did you at any point feel, when people were gathered talking, did you think they were talking
some people will call me, argue, and then they will call me, this is what they are saying, but so many times.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I mean, as I said, the pains, I don't know it to go away now.
Have you forgiven her?
I mean, that one is past and gone. I've moved on.
Right.
I've moved on. That's why I said, well, even after the ruling, there was a decision that came up that maybe I should sue her for damages, you know, for fraud and all that, which, yes, I could have claimed whatever they have given to her, because I'm not going to use, mention a small money, because money that I've spent on them, I know. But, well, let's hope and see. But I've moved on. I just thank God.
Okay, so so you feel that this issue has made you a better person now?
Well, better person... I was.
Yes.
But then maybe stronger.
Okay.
Yeah, stronger. Maybe there are certain things maybe before, by then I couldn't cope, but now I will cope. I can cope with all situations. Yeah, maybe by then. But better person.
Hello, etiefo, me pacho, me nua bema, me bra baku, slim so pese okasa, inti wafre line no, inti me pamucho. Muma yengo tie efutu a ye nua bema slim so wa ode be maye ne etiefo a mo hwe nti mpacho slim me pacho obetumi akasa etiefo tie o
na tole food program na what start map man mo hwe mpase asem opodo na we really need to ask many for ye musicians ya binu mo warrior top like but the famous one, the footballers, the musicians, the actors, what have you know. We have to be extremely careful, especially when we meet these women, they approach us, and we think they are the best of the best.
Yeah.
I really pity for Odartey Lamptey. But I don't blame him. I blame the judges. I blame the lawyers. Wouldn't know why I do for solid 8 years. You know very well, by right, the girl is not even entitled to anything. But because of this Ghana law, national wicked law, what abuse system. And what I would say, I mean, me feel it a palm.
Slim, onuntina me a program because when I watch the video, when I heard the story, meaning there, Slim, a celebrity. You have also been in that situation. You know the problems we go through. Sometimes our listeners most often do not know what we go through. Yeah. But we go through so much. So much. Sometimes, you know, not me catch that one day. Sometimes we smile to them. But when we go back in our rooms, we cry like babies.
Yeah.
We
Because
cry.
when you become famous, you meet thousands of women, hundreds of women, and you end up selecting the wrong one.
Yeah.
You understand? You end up selecting the wrong one because it's difficult to know the right ones. Most men are afraid to approach certain people, certain women when they are over a certain level. But I think they are the people we need to approach. It makes you feel, when you see them, you say, not the ones that will select you, not the ones that will come for you, they are good ones. Right? But I feel so sad that up to now, this war is going to...
This is why we are fighting.
Even the Ghana law now, where the lawyers that are there, the charges now, for solid 8 years for this boy to go through this stress. I think there's about time we add our voices for the people to know that, listen, you people have treated us bad right from day one in your independence. Lawyers are when you know deal, they are not honest. Judges are new deal, they've not been honest to us. Even a famous person like somebody like Odartey will contribute so much to Ghana, the name of Ghana. We still treat him like a shit.
Yeah, very bad. Very, very bad. Very bad. And this is when you are talking about these things, that the institutions need to be built properly. You get people to insult you. People inbox you direct to insult you. Insult you direct. Recently, I was talking about some issue. Obibaye or say I look like gay. Look at this. Oh my God.
It's sad. But it's all about the youth coming together and approaching the old people. Say, listen, the system you're using to govern us is wrong. Therefore, you people should sit down and restructure certain things. The laws now why are not favor old people should be scrapped off, so that law better from or the law on law better on because they look at them in Saturday. What is the beginning of what kind of program, what kind of culture, stupid question, stupid culture is that? Opinion, oh yeah, I would opinion of Papa for himself. I'm a foreign opinion, but I would have a foreign opinion. And he said, I wish him all the best if you have to win your beautiful family. But all that I would say, or there also start, or your dirty land or your cleaning, and you're dealing with yourself. For Oman cleaning room.
Oh, no, let you. Oba bono dear, anu dear Dabi, no dear. So bet 3 won't saw Bason. There be no show that Lamptey Nankasa, Tieni Casa, or a humble, who was will be on penny once. But won't me slim at the frontier ma. I'm doing this program, let's say. Will be even academy. Training Ghanaians in Kuala, yet the academy in crafting in some de ma Obano. Obi all buani crow was 70 crow Ghana, esa buani crow Ghana. Krona or buana, that country rather is punishing the person.
Thank you. So let's come together as men. We need to form men's society. Men's society whereby we deal with those issues. To say, well, Benina or you we will come in and fight for them. What I say? Because by right we're not supposed to touch them. Yeah, we're not supposed to touch them. But when the law gets them there, we should be able to unite together and get rid of the bad women amongst. Because there are good women out there.
Very good ones. Very, very good ones. Very, very good ones out there. But it's difficult when you are a celebrity. It's very difficult to get those ones. Very, they come, yes, but they are loud among the crowd, who discover the loud ones, the quiet ones, now on penny ones, some no bad wow,
and with the most men, our problem, most men they say in the aging most men we love sometimes we go for cheap girls, which always means problems. And so we need to study, we need to really look at them, especially when you have the money. It's very difficult to detect them and manner, why them worker, meanwhile you don't love it. Because this woman, by right, in the middle of a die. So I don't see the reason why Christians still all fight or the not lawyers now is coming. Those lawyers they should should make them resign from that post because and hold ya, I had it 3 times. Why do you allow the person to come back again?
Yes. Slim, yadase pa. Me pacho obi a wo pese wo frɛ bia na obi a wo so contribute no. Ubetumi afrɛ no money ye 074-977-63613. 074-977-63613. So wo pese wo so frɛ na wo kyerɛ wadwen a mesrɛ ubetumi afrɛ. Na kai hunu se TV a wo hwe ye frɛ ne NQ TV. Program where ye pamuka ye frɛ me nana kwame. Helena mihu Helena mi ankasa me Helena ba akopɛ. Madam Bilonia me pacho mihu nyankopon kɛse onhyiraw se wutie no kware. Me pacho yenkonkoti Odartey Lamptey we no.
You've always been a great person.
Because I think this is what I heard also from the interview that I made, or from the investigation, that she painted me black to have a way. Well, I don't take care of the kids, I don't take care of the house, I don't pay school fees.
You?
Well, as I said, the information that I gather, if I can give you maybe 2 hours, 30 minutes, you open your mouth. You
I'd love to listen.
I've listened several times.
You still listen?
Well, I listen to pick up things, but now, as I said,
it's unnecessary now.
Yeah. People will call me, I've seen this. I said, nah, this is no more necessary now. I'll move on with my life. And if today, living this set, I die, I thank God I've made it in life.
That won't happen.
Yeah.
And so, if you meet her in the next few days, what would you say to her?
Well, there's only one thing I would like to know, because you see, in marriage, I know people go into marriage and maybe when you are not taking care of them, maybe having children outside, not taking care of her, and they decided to do this against you. So what
but you didn't do anything like
that's why I said that one thing that I would love maybe, or to have the answer is, why do I deserve that? Or what did I do to deserve this? That's the only thing maybe, but then we should all move on in our life. Simple as that.
That's nice. I'm happy for you, Odartey Lamptey.
Thank you.
I'm really happy. You are a strong man.
Thanks. As I said, well, to be a strong man also, you should have somebody. So I don't know how to say. Yeah. I don't know how to, because even with all this, she has stood by me and make sure I come out victorious. I don't know. And the one in Tamale, as I said,
they are met gentlemen.
Yes, there's no day he won't call me to know I'm okay where I am.
Did you know him already?
From nowhere. He just heard the news, and then he find my number and then start calling me. So he came here, I met him, we spoke. Since then, every day he will call.
For 4 years?
Yes, every day. As I said, the decision that I took to go to Kumasi, I've done everything. These are the people who stopped me. I shouldn't do it. Rueda's mother got to a time and said that, listen, give her the house and move on with your life. I said, no, that was my sweat. There's no way I would do that. And well, finally, as I said, the house that I was sacked, without any evidence that I came to the house with a petrol to kill them or to burn my house. I was sacked. They gave me only 1 hour to pack my things and leave the house.
From the house you built?
That's it. And I did that. I did not take anything. I just took my flask and I called one of my driver to come and, pick one of my other car. And then I left the house. Since then, I've never stepped. But don't forget, even the ruling that the 2 judges gave, the appeal court threw all this away. So I should have gone back to my house. But I decided not to, because if something happened, it would have gone against me. So I decided to stay out. As I said, I've rented a house for about 4 years now. The rent will go maybe at the end of this year, and then see, hopefully.
So you go back to...
Well, I'm yet to decide. So many people are advising me what to do on that. So I'm yet to take a final decision on that.
Yeah. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm honestly very proud of you. I mean, it takes a strong person, a very tough person, to survive this.
I know. As I said, maybe there are certain things that I know people that have come to my office with this same issue, half stroke. You know, oh yeah, maybe end up even running away from the woman and all that. They ask me, how do I survive? How do I cope? I tell them, listen, it's you. I know the decision that I wanted to take. I have people who stop me from doing that. But then it's you. Your work should be your first. I mean, without work, I'm sure maybe if I did not have things to do, I'm sure, yes, maybe I should have done something different.
Okay, I'll just take some messages that are coming through for you. Alexander Roberts. Roberts or Roberts? Okay. he's my.
It's not a tearful. Be a wusham me be a medawase. David, medawase. David, Nyankopon kesiye unshraw. Se utie pemuka na utie no kware. I think all of us should come together and plead on our president, our leaders. Say the law system in Ghana can work. Because the law system in our country, Ghana, does not work. It only works in a funny way. Because if nipa tunya ko court 3 times, na ya tuni case na tunya, matisa wasan appeal biom. Ah, come on. What kind of nonsense is going on? Obama sa pili biomo. Nansenya yeru ye ya wasan di api asa tumu biom. Na nenuma asem nyina ne se opeso tena East Legon. Nobody have a problem with you living in East Legon. Let the father of your children buy the East Legon house for you and leave this gentleman alone. What tortured this man for too long? Too long. Say you wouldn't hear Bama. How are you going to feel, Gloria? Will you have sat down to let any woman treat your brother like this? Now, game, inye mime game, ingbenye yo. Tumanya ye komi kashoto otomo nyeti ashi. Game, gaye, nye wa nyeti ashi. Tumo komi kesito enwonye nacho ni kenye yegbe na ba atashi anu akoro hun kefitai no game nyeti ashie. If we have to do demonstration mesre minuanu ma mu TV station slim me paucho yen take a program agenda way on because we need to voice out. We need to voice out. Mama mayen kaya nuntum na yen twa na BBC a na yakase o mi hu yanka. Ni aga chro bibi, ni aga say if this were in America, the man would just walk straight, shoot the children and shoot you Obano if this were in America. But we are not advising anybody to go through that. And now we are not advising anybody to do that. But we believe that the right thing need to be done. Obia was serve Ghana. Blaster was serve. Wa build even onyensi kakrano. Wa nko build bibi wo Europe. Wa build even a football academy. Ewo Ghana for Ghanaians to help Ghana for. And we the same Ghanaians, the law system in Ghana are treating this person this way. Enkwalaye nyane ma. If ye kasi ye kan, e was so bani po na compensate bema no. Minim sa asema mi ken. And maybe no musu go through the same thing na. And maybe no treaty maybe ye nuanom maybe no the same thing. Because the law system does not work. The system. The problem in the system. That is why we are fighting so the system can work for everybody. I was watching some video. Obi, Yaman 10 years in prison. Okoye denya. Or see a comodino. A comodino. And Obi anu anemu. A comodino. Obi anu anemu. when we are more kotokuo no, when we are more chance no, okoti mu no bi keke okodi. Yamano 10 years in prison. Obi se onu so akomode no, ana okotu obi bayire. Bayire no okotu, bayire 8, bayire otu bayire 8. Yamano 5 years in prison. Then the people who are supposed to be in jail are wearing suits, have police people protecting them. They have slave queens lying in their bed and they are walking. So when Ghana is going through this trauma, it should tell every individual Ghanaian, say, the wrath of God is upon us. The wrath of God. When we sit down and we allow some pastors to come and prophesy football, I was watching something. And now, Yaya Papa Owusu Bempa, one of the church members, I was watching a video where all can say, na sorry mama na we because no wa sorry mama no you kuhidin. Okay, can't crofo unsem. Okay, can't sorry no unsem. Inti na nyame kuno. Inti when you are in the church where you head pastor, enim so ye kuhwini. Die na wasanka head pastor no oye. But head pastor no se sie yi ka kire congregation no wabusua wiase nyina se no wo ye kuhwini e wa sorry ho. Inti na nyankopon kuno. The only thing that can help you, that can help us, is the truth. Now me say, yen share your circle. Obia wo shami enumerate the slow. Be careful of your circle. How well is the circle you are in is secure? How many people are in? Are those people in the circle, are they there for you? Are they there against you? Bompaye menyankopon da obibia owo wabrabom nyaminda ne ho adi emfa nkyerɛw ansa na ye too late ebia Odartey de na abe ne o ebia wo de nam kwan so ba esin Odartey de maybe you may not be able to stand it, but I'm begging Jehovah God, say obibia oben wo no nkura kuma pa de ben wo don hwere ya wo hwɛ me nyame mo ho ndadi na show musu yi. Yesi dia wonsa we beye no, ema wonsa we. Your secret is your power. Your secret is your wealth. Message amedi beja wono. Your secret is your power. Your secret is your wealth. Ana Odartey Lamptey ke bibi. Se enfa wadwuma endiago. Hwe obi oye adwuma podi o, hwe de ede na efam. Nti imagine wa wonye adwuma wadwuma besai. Eni e wan hwe a wo ye de ahoma de be kekere wo nan ni apemango dua bi di wa hata so ni atwa uti no na moja ni ntumi nyunu yi. Me say be careful of those in your circle. So obedi here e the circle around you. So wundi here e the circle around you. Be careful of your circle. Be careful. Ye medi beja we na enumre ni. Say ye nyankopon pa ye besenhia. Nyankopon bo bibia ho ban. Mesra wo a mentumi ankan wo message. Me di nyankopon kese yi srew. Enua mesra fa cheme. Srew pa fa cheme. Na mo a mo ba so nyina me de obibia ase. Nyankopon hira wo no wabusua no wasefo nyina. Nyame hu mobo o ma soro ensere nkyira wo no wabusua. Me di nyankopon be jaw don hwere. Say ye nyankopon pa ye besenhia. Me de obibia ase.
Na kwame I never ex na onemenam minya me no nemenam onemenam asha se na me ankonom my brother minya baby na mafa aba na mankomenam nese se no bi do ma ono no bo me chuyam onyamina no nemenam no nemenam abrebe se na sunyi na chiman I'm your namida. Say why I'm on this show. Say me re, come here, me re, hey, Janamino, come on, bring down in the water. Yeah, in the water. Hey, me re. Hey, Janamino, bring down in the boat. Hey, me Yamina. Hey, Janamino, bring down within the water. Hey, within the water. Hey, me re. Hey, Janamina, bring down within the boat. Hey, me Yamina. Hey, Janamino, bring down within the water. Hey, within the water. Hey,
on the manam, Minyamina, Nemenam, Ava, on the manam, Yamida, on the manam, I on the manam, Minyamina, Nemenam, Ibi, Ava, on the manam, I just in a me Yankunam, Ankuna Mapurawa, Minya baby Namafa, Ava, Namankomanam, Nasasana Obidama. Oh no, no, but me chudam. Oh, nyamina, no, no. Abrabese no suyi na chine. I'm your name, damenda. In the way I'm a dish, yeah, no, me ribe. Major Yamino, come on, baby, Janet in the border. Baby, yeah, come on. Major Yamina, come